Daytime TV used to be all about soap operas, game shows, and talk shows. Simple, predictable, and safe. Then, everything changed. Real people, real problems, and a judge with a gavel hit the airwaves. Suddenly, it wasn't just about spinning wheels or dramatic love triangles. It was about your neighbor who owed you money, or the dry cleaner who ruined your suit. These weren't actors, these were everyday folks, and their stories were messy, relatable, and real. Daytime TV became a front-row seat to small claims court drama. The courtroom came right into our living rooms, making the law feel less intimidating and a lot more entertaining. The boring parts were gone. All that was left was the juicy stuff: arguments, evidence, and the final verdict. And at the end of every episode you got closure. Someone was right, someone was wrong, and justice was served. So, how did we get here? It all started with a bold idea: put real small claims cases on TV. It was a risk, but it paid off big time. People tuned in, hooked on the drama of real life. This was the start of a new era for daytime television. It paved the way for unforgettable moments and iconic TV judges. The world of daytime TV would never be the same. It all began with one show that dared to be different. The courtroom was open for business, and we couldn't look away. Real people, real drama, real decisions. Daytime TV got a gavel and we were all in. Let's rewind to 1981 and the debut of the People's Court. The concept was simple. Real people, real disputes, and a real retired judge, Joseph Wapner, presiding. Instead of waiting months for a court date, folks could have their case heard on TV, and the show would pay whatever the judge decided. Lose the case? No problem. The show covered the bill. Judge Wapner wasn't an actor, he was the real deal. Serious, fair, and respected. He listened, weighed the evidence, and delivered calm, clear decisions. People at home trusted him. He became a household name. The show was an instant hit because it was authentic. You'd see roommates fighting over phone bills or mechanics being sued for bad repairs, problems everyone could relate to. Viewers picked sides, yelled at the TV, and felt like part of the action. The People's Court set the standard for every court show that followed. It created the formula: two people arguing, a bailiff keeping order, and a wise judge making the call. Even the post-verdict interviews added drama and closure. The People's Court was the blueprint. It proved real life could be more entertaining than fiction. The show ran for years, cementing its place in TV history. It made the law accessible, and even a little bit fun. The People's Court changed everything, and it all started with Judge Wapner's gavel. What set the People's Court apart? Authenticity. These were real people, not actors, bringing their raw emotions and messy disputes to TV. Judge Wapner's approach was key. He explained the law in plain English, making legal concepts easy to grasp. Viewers learned about contracts, evidence, and basic rights just by tuning in. The show delivered a sense of justice, clear winners, clear losers, and a satisfying resolution every time. For 30 minutes the world made sense. Right triumphed over wrong. The hallway interviews after each verdict were TV gold. Winners gloated, losers fumed, and everyone got their moment. It wasn't just about the law, it was about the human drama. The People's Court made justice feel personal and real. It was a free law lesson, a slice of American life, and a dose of drama, all in one. That's why people kept coming back. The show was relatable, educational, and endlessly entertaining. It made the law feel less scary and more like a part of everyday life. That's the magic of the People's Court. Fast forward to 1999. Enter Judge Greg Mathis. Judge Mathis brought a whole new vibe to the courtroom. His backstory was powerful. Once a troubled kid, he turned his life around and became a judge. That gave him credibility and a unique connection with the people in his courtroom. He understood struggle and wasn't afraid to get personal. Judge Mathis mixed tough love with humor, calling out lies and dropping legendary one-liners. He was part judge, part entertainer, and part mentor. His courtroom was lively, energetic, and full of personality. He used his own life as a lesson, urging people to make better choices. Judge Mathis cared about more than just the verdict. He wanted to help people get back on track. He offered advice on life, not just the law. The show was a blend of justice, comedy, and inspiration. Judge Mathis made the courtroom feel like a place for second chances. He gave hope, not just rulings. That's why his show became a massive, long-running hit. Judge Mathis redefined what a TV judge could be. He brought heart, humor, and real talk to daytime TV. The courtroom was never the same. Judge Mathis made justice personal. The People's Court and Judge Mathis, two shows, two styles. The People's Court was formal, traditional, and focused on the law. Judge Wapner kept it serious and by the book. It was about the process and the dignity of justice. Judge Mathis, on the other hand, brought energy, humor, and personal connection. He used his life story to relate to people and offer advice. The legal case was just the start. The real show was the human drama. One show was classic and reserved. The other was bold and lively. Which is better? Depends on your mood. Want straight-up justice? Watch The People's Court? Want entertainment and heart? Judge Mathis is your guy. Both shows are great at what they do. Two different paths, one verdict, compelling TV. The People's Court and Judge Mathis didn't just change daytime TV, they changed television, period. They proved reality-based programming could be a hit. Real people, real problems, and real judges became must-see TV. They launched a wave of court shows. Judge Judy, Divorce Court, and more. Judges became celebrities and legal drama became entertainment. These shows helped kickstart the reality TV boom. The DNA of modern reality TV traces back to these courtrooms. They made the law accessible and turned everyday disputes into national stories. They gave regular people a voice and made judges household names. The People's Court laid the foundation. Judge Mathis built on it with heart and humor. Together they created a TV empire. Daytime TV was never the same. Case closed.